Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. First practice is over. I'm going to go through the list. Sexton was top of the box in first practice with a 57.6. Dylan Ferrandis, a 58.0. Ken Roczen with a 58.1. Eli Tomac with a 58.2. Jason Anderson with a 58.3. Marvin Musquin with a 58.6. That's a full second off Chase Sexton. We go into number 7, Malcolm Stewart, 58.7, full second off. Joey Savatgy, 58.7. Justin Brayton, 58.8. Dean Wilson, 59.1. Justin Bam Bam Barcia, 59.2. Your defending champion, Cooper Webb, 59.3. Mitchell Oldenburg, 59.5. AC with the bad shoulder, 59.9. Shane McElrath, 1 minute flat. Justin Bogle, 1 minute. Aaron Plessinger, he did crash during practice. Looked like it hurt a little bit. I don't know if he's going to come back, but he did run a 101.2. Alex Ray with a 101.8. Cade Clausen with a 102.2. Brandon Hartrenift. That's what it's Hartranft. Whatever. Anyways, he ran a 102.6. And then Kyle Chisholm rounds out your top 22 in the A group with a 107.5. He's pretty far off the pace today. The one thing I want to pay attention to here, ladies and gentlemen, I know these are times. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Cooper Webb and Justin Barcia, their times don't really matter because they're racers. They are not practicers. That being said, you can also say that about Ferrandis. So, generally, wherever he's at, it doesn't really matter because he's also a racer. Going into it as well, I always look at the second best time. That's this column right here. Second best time, that column. That's the most important one because it shows consistency, right? So Chase ran a 57.6 and a 57.7. Dylan ran two 58.0s, really close to each other, so he's consistent. Ken Roczen was 4/10 slower his second lap. Eli, a 10th slower. Anderson, a 10th slower. Marv, a 10th slower. It looks like Malcolm was 3/10 slower. Joey Savatgy was 3/10 slower. Justin Brayton was a 10th slower. Dean Wilson was 3/10 slower. Justin Barcia was a 10th slower. Cooper Webb was 7/10 slower. He only had one good lap. He was sitting at a minute for a long time. Mitchell Oldenburg, half a second slower. AC, 1.8 slower. So that shoulder's, he's not good to go. He should not race, my opinion. But he wants points. So if he wants to win the title, he's going to race, right? He's going to race himself back to healthy. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as it could. But that's where I'd be at. McElrath, he was a minute flat twice. So he's really consistent in a minute. The problem is that's 2.4 seconds slow. When the gate drops, it doesn't really matter. So that's what I look for, is that consistency. Thanks for watching. As of right now, I would still put Barcia and Webb in my top 5. I have Barcia winning it all. I didn't actually watch practice yet, so I'm going to go back through it and watch it. I just saw a couple snippets because I was headed home. But I'd put Chase Sexton up there in the top 5. I'd put Tomac up there probably. Maybe Marv. Maybe Malcolm. Like I said, I got to watch practice. I got to see how they're whipping it out there and riding, if they look comfortable. That's all going to matter when it comes down to the main event time. So stay tuned. I'm going to do a 250 video next.